is gonna give me serious trauma.
I thought that was funny.
That was pretty crazy. But I think
Serious trauma.
this is actually very important based on what we just saw with Matsuri. So for an example of like human versus Shinju, even if Matsuri in the future becomes fully human, I think her Shinju instinct can still take over at some points. Like for example, she could kill. Well, let's just say right now.
Yeah.
Let's just say right now she's fully human based on her Shinju rage, her blind rage taking over, like Naruto with the Kyuubi.
Oodie, I'm just gonna stop you early. This applies to the other humans in the story, even.
Well, no, I'm saying this would apply more to the Shinju because they aren't human.
I know, but like even then, but the fact that it already applies to humans, yeah, no duh. Of course, Matsuri's Ten-Tails instincts could override her in a way to where she reacts inhumane. Absolutely. It's the same as a dog, like having this instinct that makes it attack you, even though it's generally might be a friendly dog. You know, it's like, yeah, that's gonna happen because the instincts are there. They're not just gonna go away. No matter how much you this is why the human part works here. No matter how much you consciously try to be humane, you still have instincts to kill or be killed and so on. Like that's still there and it's never going to disappear. You can suppress it as best you can, but like there are situations that are gonna bring it out. That's how instincts work. The instincts are designed to take precedence over, in certain situations.
Yeah.
That's why when you're in that do or die, situation, you don't think you just do or you die.
Yes, but I think you missed the point.
I'm not missing the point. I'm taking because the point is that no duh. You shouldn't have worded your point the way it is because I know what you're trying to get at.
Okay,
but
then you word it if you know what I'm trying to get at.
I just don't even word the point. I don't think it matters.
Then you don't know the point. So, okay.
Your point is that her Ten-Tail side is always there, and it's gonna instinctually take over her humanity, blah, blah, blah. It's gonna take precedence, all that jazz.
See, you don't get the point because you're not even... You can't say blah, blah, blah. No, that's not my point. My point isn't blah, blah, blah. You can't just do that. Okay? It's not the same thing I was saying earlier, even if it's in line with something I was saying earlier. So I'm not even going with kill. The whole time I was going to go with devour. A human's instinct isn't to devour
I know,
someone.
But I'm saying kill. The point is the same. I know what you're talking about, the Ten-Tails instinct taking precedence over her humanity. And that it always can happen at any time because she's
can do that too. What I'm saying is if she was actually a human, she wouldn't be doing this in this context. Even if humans hypothetically could do this, I'm saying if she was human here, she wouldn't be doing this.
Well, that's not even true, because first of all, we don't even know she's going to devour. We don't even know what she's going to do yet and why she's doing it. So that's an assumption. But ignoring that, like, the point it was instinct.
Yes.
Why is that going to happen? Because of her Ten-Tails instincts.
So
why did I mention the human stuff? Because human instincts will take over this conscious humanity construct that identity and all that jazz.
Okay, you don't get the point, and you're getting mad for no reason. We can move on.
Say your fucking point and explain how it's not what I'm saying.
Because you're saying that I'm just assuming it's the case. That's a blatant misunderstanding. No, it's not an assumption. I'm saying, assuming under the fact that that is the case, then it is because she is a Shinju rather than a human, showing the difference between humans and not humans. Okay? Because she's a Shinju, she was doing this under this assumption. Not assuming it could be the case.
So two things. One, that's an assumption because you made it under the assumption.
It's a hypothetical. It's saying if this is happening, if this happens and this is the reason why, then that's the explanation for why.
Okay. So
I'm
like I
not
said,
saying
the
it
first
will
thing is
happen.
just you said it's not an assumption, but it is an assumption. Your hypothetical is an assumption for the sake of it, which doesn't matter.
That's
I'm
not
just
how
saying.
that works.
Second.
Because it's my point.
Why is this a thing that you're bringing up?
My
The
point is,
instinct
if
part,
that happens.
the thing I was saying.
What?
You mentioned instinct for a reason, right?
Okay.
So what I said applies in accordance to what you were saying. You don't disagree with what I said. It's in accordance with what you were saying.
No, it isn't.
All I'm saying is, no duh. Even humans have that same thing that
But
applies.
saying
And it's
that
in accordance.
misses the point.
No, it doesn't. It's in line with your point.
It's against my point. It's
No,
the
it's
opposite
not.
line. It's perpendicular to my point.
No, it's not.
Because my point is to say, based on my point, if she was human, she wouldn't do that.
But the
yes,
point
that's
is
an
that
assumption, but that's my point. It's baked into the point, which makes it not an assumption.
Instinct. Because why is she doing this? Because of an instinct that she would have, regardless of her humanity.
Oh my god, okay. Let's replace her with Hinata. I don't care how instinctually overridden Hinata is, she's not going to be devouring Konohamaru in this situation. Because she's a human.
Okay.
There's no assumption there that just wouldn't happen.
But what I was originally getting at was the reason this happens is because of instinct. Okay? The instinct to devour. And all it was saying is even humans have this same problem to where the instinct will override their humanity. The humanity being separate from Homo sapien. It's the humanity idea, you know what I'm saying? Like when people say humanity, they're not referring to Homo sapien in a lot of contexts.
But that's what
especially
you think
in the
my
narrative
point
sense.
is. You think my point is about instinct overriding humanity. That's not the point the entire time.
It's been a point of yours this entire time.
My point is separating humans from non-humans when it comes to instinct.
Why? It's just because devour versus anger versus kill. That doesn't matter in this context. It's not.
You're
the
right,
point.
It doesn't matter. Because that would go along with my point, that it doesn't matter.
Okay, your point doesn't matter. Whoop-de-doo. Wow.
Okay, well that was completely disingenuous. Humans generally care about killing. Shinjuu never should. Is one way you can look at it, because the Shinjuu are like wild cubs. They're coyotes.
No,
they
why should they never?
The morals
No, you should
like
say
that.
instinctually they don't. But to say that they never should, I don't agree with that. Necessarily.
I mean, for this point. If they're gonna be like a wild cub, bear, cub, coyote thing. A coyote's just gonna eat a squirrel. It just is gonna do it, and it's not gonna feel bad
But the problem is they're not like wild bear cubs. Because they have too much humanity about them.
But they have humanity, but they are Shinjuu.
That's just her getting she's just angry here. She's not glaring her teeth, biting Konohamaru's elbow. She's just yelling at him.
Okay, Kashin Koji's making this comparison in the first place for a reason, because Jura killed those freaking 8 Jonin.
We don't know if Kashin Koji even told them that. That might have just been Shikamaru talking out of his ass. I don't even know.
He's stupid. He's a fucking chicken ear idiot. What do you want me to say?
I mean, you're right. He is. We've been mentioning that for a long time, haven't we?